Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Many have noted, even Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, has said, quote, anti-Semitism in Europe is reaching the levels of 1930s when Hitler was in charge. In the United States, anti-Semitism, posing as anti-Zionism or anti-Israelism, is rampant in secular universities and colleges, and it's found a home in many humanities and political science departments. Along with that, Christians the world over are suffering for their faith. God and Christ are constantly referred to with blasphemous irreverence, or the butt of contemptuous jokes on the part of the media and the entertainment world. The question is, why is this? And why is it now? Why does it continue to grow? Yaakov Kirshon, the Israeli artist, the Israeli cartoonist of dry bones, he's brought a smile and even laughter to many throughout the world since 1973 when he started it. He has a classic 1996 cartoon that is shown here, tells in a simple and concise way why Jews and Christians are constantly denigrated and persecuted. Notice what it says. The top left-hand frame. Why is the whole world ready to pressure Israel and to judge us by a double standard? Simple. We gave the world the Bible, the Ten Commandments, the concept of good and evil, and they've never forgiven us for it. They have never forgiven us for it. So why this growing denigration and persecution of Jews and Christians increasing? The reason? They represent an exclusive God that can be approached and accepted only on his terms. Jesus said it best. I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes into the Father except through me. That's exclusive. Let's face it, man is born with a rebellious spirit toward God. It is an inseparable part of man's DNA since the fall of Adam and Eve. Along comes God and declares that he has chosen the Jewish people to represent him. God has chosen the Jewish people to represent him. Now, even most Jews would admit that they've not done a very good job of representing God. Still, the height of arrogance for many is to think the Jews and only the Jews are the chosen people of God. Then comes Jesus, a Jew, living by all the standards that God gave the Jews, and he says anybody who believes in him and only him can come to the Father, that is, go to heaven, and nobody else. As Dry Bones reminds us, for that they have never forgiven us. Never forgiven us. And what's more, the sobering fact is that they never will. That is, until Messiah comes or returns, as we Christians believe. The book of Acts says that the Messiah must remain in heaven until the time comes for God to restore everything as he promised long ago through the holy prophets. Until then, unfortunately, we should expect that anti-Semitic and anti-Christian behavior will in fact increase exponentially. As a matter of fact, Jesus told his followers, his Jewish followers, in John chapter 16, quote, they will put you out of the synagogue. In fact, the time is coming when anyone who kills you will think he's offering a service to God. They'll do such things because they've not known the Father or me. Well then, how then should we live? I think Peter tells us this in 2 Peter 3. It says you ought to live holy and godly lives as you look forward to the day of the Lord and you speed its coming. How do we speed the coming of the day of the Lord? By believers. By believers living holy and godly lives. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shilo, Yivareka Yahweh. Until Messiah comes, God bless you.